Summer's gone, I'm latching on. Don't even know your name, but you're still in my head. Underneath rays of gold, your body oh so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag. That's all I wanna do.
Hi everyone, welcome to Good Morning Toowoomba with Ben Apsey and
I'm Daryl Nicholson. More than just a postcode, and that more than just a postcode's reaching out there, mate. And you're being spotted as a bit of celebrity now at the front desk. What can I say? At the sports club. So
what can I say?
People are saying GMT. More than just a postcode, and GMT produced by Light and Dark.
But only a 9 out of 10.
It's Monday the 29th of March. This month's nearly over, and sad day for a lot of people yesterday with the end of JobKeeper and JobSeeker, and we'll talk a bit more about that, or the reduction in JobSeeker. Low of 13 today, high of 25. I must admit it was a bit cool last night, pulled that blanket up through the night. And now it's 17 degrees and 10% chance of rain, which means sweet FA, not going to get any. So a big weekend in Toowoomba, lots of people around in the streets on Saturday night.
Saturday night, fight night.
Fight night, yeah.
You knew it was busy when at 11 o'clock the lineup for Tats was almost down to the kumquat tree.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And Fitzy's was a bit the same. You walked off to the car, but I went up to Fitzy's and there's no way I was lining up.
The queue, yeah, both directions.
But definitely a lot of activity around town, and it was a big weekend, and definitely a lot of boxing people out, football people out, and also racing punters out on Saturday as well at the sports club.
How'd I go with the football? Did I get every single one of them wrong?
We'll talk about that when we wind up the show. Mate, Sunday I went for a bit of a walk. I went up to the Makers Market at Blank Space. It was good, crafty. Really only good if you want to buy something as a gift, and I wasn't in the gift. There was no food. There was a little bit of food, but Deb was from the chamber, was working in a coffee van there.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I wanted to write that down, but that coffee van, it was their first time out with her friend there, and it was a nice coffee. Thanks, Deb, and I will post a photo of that van later and give them a shout out. So if you're looking for them for fates or anything or events, check out our page. I'll put up what the name of the van is. It just escapes me at the moment, mate. Then I went over to Bunnings, had to go and buy some stuff. I wanted to propagate some plants. The car park's like a raceway, mate. The cars were flying through there. It's dangerous being a pedestrian.
Which Bunnings did you get in?
Ruthven Street. Oh, I just walked there, yeah. I couldn't believe cars just turn in and they're... I'm like, God. So be really careful in the car park at Bunnings, and also in Russell Street. The Russell Street upgrade's it's coming together, mate, slowly, but there's still a lot of work to do. Last night I went down to the Rose Easter show. Did you see that live stream I did?
I did.
Yeah, and I got a lot of people watching it. So look, it's on till the 4th of April. John Rowe, I was speaking to him the other day, putting that production on, and it looks better when you get down there and have a look, but the video turned out quite well. I was quite happy with it, the live stream. And they've got a competition, guess the number of Easter eggs in the new Easter stream show, and win some great prizes, and you can do that online. But isn't it great that Rose, a family business, is doing something of an initiative to give back to the CBD and to the people of Toowoomba? And
it's just a shame that council's taken so long because they've been dragging their feet and
with the Russell Street redevelopment. Well, it's been a few years, so now it's underway. But look, with pain comes a bit of gain. But if you do go and watch that show, please go into the National, buy your kids a soft drink, and watch it from outside the footpath of the National, and enjoy it. It is really a good show. I must take my hat off.
It was a great one at Christmas last year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely amazing. So, and thank you to Rose.
They did one for Carnival of Flowers as well. Yeah.
Rose shared my page last night and gave me thanks, and I really want to thank that. Mate, Herman lost, unfortunately, to Joe Goodall on Saturday night. So I think the towel got thrown in, from what Luke tells me, and he just wasn't good enough on the night. But that's boxing. That's boxing, mate. I'm not a big fan of boxing, but Smithies do put a great night on up there at Rumours. And have you been up to a fight? Oh, you came up once, didn't you? You haven't been to a fight?
No, I don't know.
Maybe my mate Peter York came up. I think I saw him.
I don't really do boxing.
It is a good, fun night, and there's a good crowd there.
I'm more of a more of a go and see a musical type person.
Okay. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, jeez. Mate, what a mess down in Brisbane. The supposed 26-year-old had a party with 25 people, which everyone blamed the media for that reporting, but it came from the government. But there's only 5 people that he was with.
Queensland Health watched the information, and then the media organisations didn't do a fact check.
Yeah.
And they
caught the brunt of it.
They distributed that misinformation, which has resulted in him receiving threats to his life.
Oh, wow. Okay,
so it'd be interesting to see who he sues, whether he sues Queensland Health or whether he sues all the media organisations for that. So, because I would think he'd be well within his rights to. But you know what it does? All this stupid reporting from the media, from Queensland Health, it stops people actually considering going to get tested. Because if I'm going to be treated like this, ain't no way in hell I'm putting myself and my family in danger.
Exactly.
I'd rather just have corona.
Yep. I think you're right. It's
because you can trust that coronavirus has a 99% recovery rate. You cannot trust other people.
Yeah. So.
Because it only takes.
Yep.
One person.
Well, that's it, and this is what's happening down in New South Wales. New South Wales government are now contacting 20,000 people who crossed the border over the weekend since this outbreak.
The Brisbane Lions weren't even allowed to fly home.
Oh, really?
From Melbourne, yeah, they got stopped and said, no, don't do it, don't get on that plane.
Well, that's going to cause a bit of
all the other states going to close their borders to us or something, are they?
Well, I've got a friend. She's going to New South Wales on Wednesday. She's worried. She's going to go, right? Worst case scenario, if I get another 14 days, I'm just going to have 14 days in New South Wales. So anyone travelling over the border, it is going to be a bit of a worry whether you can get back.
How are they going to police it? Because if people have had a vaccine, then there's no concern about them, is there?
Well, that's the idea of the vaccine, isn't it?
Yeah,
so anyhow. Mate, in national news, this is a great story. I watched this on ABC this morning. The RAAF is 100 years old this week.
It is 100 years old.
Were you on the RAF?
No.
We'll be in the Army.
Army.
So there's a show on the ABC tonight at 9:30pm, To the Stars, 100 Years of the RAAF, and you can watch it on iView if you don't catch it tonight.
A lot of people don't know that information about me, Daryl. Now they all do.
Let's talk about, mate, we had a media outlet down here on Friday, and you were asked to talk about the end of JobKeeper and how it affects the travel business.
Oh, yes.
So let's talk a bit more about that.
Specifically how it affects us, which it doesn't. We weren't ever eligible for JobKeeper because of the circumstances by which we took over the business. Previous owner dies, new companies needed to start up.
Business,
because it's a new company. Government were like, no, you're not eligible for that. You're not eligible for all the extra stuff down the end. But really, who's going to be in their right mind taking over a travel agency in the middle of a pandemic? So, yes, one of the senators in Queensland is interested in this as a bit of a grey area that needed to be maybe fixed.
Right.
So that's at least interesting.
So I guess your message that you were trying to say on Friday, to go on Friday News, really didn't get across. It was that they've edited it the way they wanted to and didn't really take the facts and figures you were talking about, how the industry is going to struggle. Because if you go to 9MSN, there are some figures about how it is going to affect Australia.
There's potentially 300,000 people out of a job today.
In the travel sector.
In just the travel sector. Now that has a huge impact on the economy. They wouldn't have seen the impact of travel agents and travel agencies really, because mostly what travel agencies sold was international packages. Now international packages are not GST inclusive.
Oh, right, okay,
so they don't ever register with the government as GST income. So there was never any all the travel, that's the travel sector, that drop. Now they'll feel it. Because all that international money was employing people.
And I think...
Now, I must point out, 80% of the travel industry is women.
Okay, well, there you go.
So as if they weren't pissed off enough with the government, the government has, in effect, just wiped their hands of 240,000 females employed in the travel industry.
Yep, there you go. See, another blow for women in this country, and it's...
And I'm not saying that's, that the 60,000 men that are affected by it aren't in any better of a state than the females are, but that's a huge percentage difference with the industry. So,
well, the Treasurer's defending the end of JobKeeper and the reduction job seeker. I spoke in September last year, and I talked to you. I said we're going to be in trouble in this country from March onwards.
I don't blame them for cancelling JobKeeper.
No, fair enough.
What is the issue is that nothing's replaced it.
Yep.
Or nothing's been done to allow travel to restart without hindrance from the state governments blocking borders and stopping cruises from going domestically.
That should do domestic cruises.
That's
I'm with you on that.
what is needed.
Yep.
If they can restart cruising in the UK and in the Mediterranean domestically without issue, surely the country that did the best during the rest of the pandemic can do that.
Yep.
What is the issue? If 50,000 people can get packed into a sports stadium,
let's get back to the sporting events. Yep.
then we can
AFL, NRL,
we can
tennis.
fill an audience at the Empire Theatre and we can fill a cruise ship. Because if none of us have got it when we get on, there shouldn't be an issue on board.
There shouldn't be, exactly. And speaking of cruising, not much happening in the Suez Canal, mate. We talked about this Friday. $9 billion a day this crisis is causing. They've moved that ship, I think they've moved it 10 degrees, but it's still not enough. So it's really going to start affecting our imports and exports, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Well, it's really ploughed in.
It's ploughed in deep, mate. And you see that little excavator trying to dig a hole compared to the size of this thing. It's the size of the Empire State Building in length.
And it's not even one of the big ones.
Far out. I mean, it's amazing. So the Evergreen is stuck there at the moment, and the thing they're worried about is pirates raiding all these ships that are just stranded at the moment at sea. So, "Hey, Maharti, I'm here to rob your treasure." They're not those sort of pirates. They're pretty mean buggers.
I'm here
Got machine guns and everything now, so really dangerous anyhow. Let's hope that situation gets solved very soon. Okay, mate, let's run through the footy tips and we'll wrap it up and get to work.
How'd I go?
Okay, mate, we talked about Thursday night, Panthers and the Storm. So Panthers won 12-10. The Dragons had a victory over the Sea Eagles, 38-12. You and I picked the Dragons. Yep. The Rabbitohs, 26, beat the Roosters 16. You and I went for the Rabbitohs, you went for the Roosters, so you lost. The Raiders defeated the Raiders lost to the Warriors. You won that one, I lost that one.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I lost that one. I've got to put a cross there. Didn't do as well as what I thought. The Broncos Sports Club, the house was being cheered down, mate. Two groups there just yelling their lungs out. They come to see the Broncos win. And I thought, I hope they do. 24-0. The Bulldogs didn't even get off the mark. So, bit of elation in the camp there. Let's see how they go this weekend. The Eels, 28 versus the Sharks. We both got the Eels. The Sharks went down to the Eels. The Knights...
Scotty will be disappointed.
I mean, Scotty, bad move, mate. Being in a men's dressing room with a female behind, crossed arms. You better go and talk to your advisors, mate. It hasn't gone down very well. But anyhow, he loves his footy. 20-24. The Knights won. The West Tigers won that one. And the Cowboys, you and I picked that. They beat the Titans beat them. 44-8, thrashed the Cowboys, absolutely thrashed them. So in the ladder, just very quickly, number one is Panthers, Eels are second, third are the Roosters, fourth are the Titans, fifth are the Dragons, sixth are the Raiders, seventh are the Rabbitohs, eighth is the Knights, and ninth is the Warriors, and the Broncos are 10th place with 2 points. So not much between them in round three. It's still all pretty close. So, but this is the serious end of the business now into round four. We won't be here Friday. I've got to go to church Friday for Easter. No, I'm not. I've done Stations of the Cross, mate. It's boring. I'm not going anywhere near a church. But we won't be here Friday. But we'll do our footy tipping on Wednesday morning pretty early. I've got to start at work early Wednesday morning. But we're having Friday off, okay?
We are very much having Friday off, and we're also having Monday off as well.
Okay, so Friday and Monday off, so we're going to have a long weekend. So, so we'll just have GMT on Wednesday, and then we'll take a break for the Easter break. So... not because of our equipment's not working, like Channel 9. Ooh, ouch, that would have hurt. They got cooked, a cyber attack. So, but we've got the latest protection here with Luke, our producer from Light and Dark Productions. So, okay, that's it. Monday. Have a great week. Thank God it's Monday and be grateful for everything you have in your life. I'm Daryl Nicholson. more than just a postcode.
And as always, remember to smash that subscribe button, like and share us on Facebook. Thank you for joining us with Good Morning Toowoomba. I'm Ben Apsey.